Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. It's Portia Lene Green here, and I'm so happy that you decided to come back and join me for another video. Today I will be talking about something I've had on my mind for literally months because it's something that I deal with every day, and I think we all deal with it every day, and that's how to overcome fear. So if you like this kind of content, if you like learning how to improve yourself, if you like learning about spirituality, if you like learning about all things nourishing that will help you live your best life and become the best version of yourself, that is what this channel is for, and that is what I'm here to do. And so if you like that kind of stuff, please like, share, and subscribe. It would make me so happy. And let's get right into it. So I want to give a little background story about fear for me. Fear is something that has been consistent in my life. I actually suffer from social anxiety, and I suffer from just different things because of life, because it happens to all of us. And so we all have things in our lives that make us tick and that make us afraid or make us happy, blah 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 blah. So I've had just a few things in my life that have put me in a situation where I am really fearful of having different type of social interactions with people. And so that has literally brought me to this point in my life where I was like, I need a solution. I need to fix this. I don't want to feel this way, and I need to do something about it. And so just having that attitude, having that drive inside of me is making me do something today that brings fear, that, causes anxiety. Right now, I'm sweating because I'm sitting here on camera doing something that does spark a lot of fear in me, but the only way to overcome it is to face it. And so we're gonna get right into that now. So tip number one of how to overcome your fear is to address the fear. Realize that fear is false evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. It is not something that has to control our lives. It is not something at all that should have any bearing on us, but because of our past trauma and experiences, or other people's past trauma and experiences that they put on us, or just different things in life that have just caused us to have limiting beliefs in ourselves and not have enough confidence to feel like we can overcome it, And so those different things play a part in that. And so it's okay to realize that that's what it is, but realize that's all it is. It doesn't exist unless you allow it to exist, okay? It's all up here. So if you want to get rid of it, just realize it's there, and all the steps in this video will help you to get rid of it. But that's step number one. Just realize that it's rented real estate. It's something that right now, yeah, it's in your possession, but you do not have to own it. It's not something that it's a life sentence. You have to do this for the rest of your life. You just have to be afraid of everything and da-da. No, that's not what this is. And so it's just really important that you address it. So that's tip number one. So getting into tip number two would be to face the fear, okay? I meant to tell you in tip number one that I'm so proud of you already, because you have already done step one, because you're here watching this video. So you've addressed the fact that you have a fear that you want to overcome, so that's perfect. So now we have to make a game plan. We got to figure out, what are we going to do about this? Like, how are we going to overcome this fear, because it's wrecking my life? And so, an example for me, having to deal with social anxiety and stuff in my life, I have found that I need to just keep putting myself in situations that cause social anxiety. So a big thing that I did was I decided to take a job somewhere I thought I'd never take a job at, and that was in sales, being a sales rep. Literally like someone that has a kiosk and would walk up to people in the mall and try to not force them, but persuade them to buy something from me. And that was just like, oh my God. It was really tough. Every single day I was having to put motivational talks on and just different stuff like that to get myself out there, but I did it. And so I'm proud of myself for that. And so that was one way that I decided to face my fear, because I realized that I don't want to be like this anymore. I want to be able to have authentic conversations with people and connections and not be like that. So that's tip number two. And all the tips beyond will help you to face it. So just get ready to have a pen and pencil for the rest of your tips, so that you will have a game plan by the end of this video on how to overcome your fear, so that you can, okay? So let's get into it. Here are the tips that will help you since you're already at tip number two. Let's keep going. Tip number three: visualize. I cannot stress to you how important it is to incorporate spirituality into your life. And I said visualize, but I mean spirituality, honestly. I really just mean diving deep into yourself, getting down into the core of why this, fear has happened, and now deciding to feed yourself new information. Okay? So that false past information that was telling you that if you do this one thing, that this is going to happen and this is going to happen. Like for me, for instance, in social situations, I would be super afraid that people would think I'm dumb, or they would think that I don't know what I'm talking about, or that I'm just not competent. That was my fear. Rejection, because she just seems like she doesn't know what she's talking about, but she talks a whole bunch. Does she even know what she's saying? I do. And I just get nervous. I get afraid of that. So I make myself even more seem that I am not competent. And I know even just then you experience a little of that, because even though I'm deciding to tackle this fear, there will be times that, it can rise back up to the surface. But all you gotta do is push it back down until it's no longer there. Where you've literally, and I don't want to sound like we're burying anything, because we're not. We're completely digging it up and trashing it, okay? And so visualizing, doing like positive affirmations, doing scripting, just things in that realm. And if you don't know what those kind of things are, I will make another video kind of going over those, but right now I will just give you a quick synopsis of what it is. So visualizing is literally just sitting there with your eyes closed and thinking about that best version of yourself in that situation where you have to face that fear, but how you would react in the most ideal way that you would want to react, being your best version and being the person that has already overcome this fear. So for me, for instance, I would sit there and I would be like, I just walked into the mall and I've seen, someone with a nice dress, and I walk up to her and I tell her how pretty her dress is, and I ask her where she's gotten it, and she tells me where she got it, and I was like, oh my gosh, where's that store? And it's just, it's just having an authentic conversation rather than just believing that I'm gonna have, a panic attack or some type of anxiety attack when I go and talk to someone, because I'm so afraid that they may think I'm stupid, or they may reject me because whatever. And so that's what visualization is. Positive affirmations is literally you just stating what you want, positively affirming things that you want in your life. So for me, I am enough, I am strong, I am smart, I am an effective communicator, I can have authentic conversations with people, things like that. And then scripting would go more in depth of you literally writing out what you feel like you would want to be like in the situation where you have to face your fear. Okay? So I know that was a really long, synopsis of that tip, but the tip itself is literally just diving deep, okay, and then resurfacing with positive things, okay? So whatever those positive things are for you, whatever you're dealing with your fear, look on the other side of that, where you would reach success if you did overcome that fear, and use those kind of things to help you build yourself up. Because that's basically what this is. Through the process is literally building your confidence up to the point where you're no longer afraid of that fear, because you're confident enough to overcome it when it pops up, if it even pops up anymore, because you are going to do the work to get rid of it altogether, to overcome it altogether. Okay? So that brings me into tip number 4, and I'm so sorry that this video has been so long. I did not expect it to be this long. But yes, tip number 4 would be to eat healthy and to exercise. I know if you all watched the video prior to this, you all have heard me talk about this over and over again, is to focus on having a healthy, balanced diet. That really does make a difference, because if we are hungry or if we're missing some vital nutrients that we're supposed to have, we're not going to function at our optimal, level. And so then it'll be hard for us to function to the point where we can overcome that fear, because now, we could have been here, but because we're missing some of those nutrients, we're here, and our fear has a level that's right here. We're not even able to jump it right now because we're not where we need to be. And so it's really important to make sure you're getting in those proteins, carbohydrates, your fats, water every day, and just your vitamins and minerals that you need. And so I will be making a more in-depth video later of just what that is. And it's not the same for everyone, but there is a standard that is good for most people to work in. Okay, so I'll get into that later. It's a little complicated, but it is very vital. And even for myself, and I don't know if I said this before, and I'm sorry, this is the middle of the video and I've said it, but these are things I've used in my life, and these are things that I know can help me. And so I'm sharing this with you so that it can also help you. So anything that I mention in this video, it is things that I do know about. It is things that I've used to help myself. And so don't think that I'm just making all this stuff up. I have done my research to make sure that what I'm saying is valid, but I do know already that these things work because I've done them. Okay, so sorry, I just had to insert that. So yeah, and then exercise, it's so important, like I told you all before, to bring those positive endorphins, those feel-good hormones out, making you feel accomplished, making you feel confident, making you feel like you can tackle anything because you just done something that, has pushed you to do and grow and to work out muscles and things that may have ached or may have not been worked in a while. And so I know that it strains you, but it makes you better. It's just like a diamond. A diamond under pressure forms a diamond, but at first it's just a little cold stone coal or something, and then that pressure that's put on it makes it a diamond. And so that's the same thing that's happening when you're working out or when you're doing anything just to achieve your goals. You're working towards something, and you're gonna feel the resistance, but eventually after you've surpassed that resistance, then you become the person that you want to be. Okay, and so it's really important to get in a healthy, balanced diet and exercise if you want to overcome fear. Okay, and so number 5 is to learn and grow from those who have overcome their fears. I know that we all know someone that has overcome their fear. We know someone because we are someone that has overcome fear. Every single day, getting into your car and going to work can cause fear in a lot of people because it's something that is scary. If you're not, if you're not in the right mindset or emotions or whatever, or if the people around you aren't in their right minds to be driving a vehicle, because things can happen, vehicles are dangerous. And so we face fear every single day. And so today is the day that we decide that, okay, I've done this before. What did I do before to overcome fear? And one thing is, you just realize you got to do it. You just have to. You have to go to work, right? Or you have to go take your kids to school, or you have to, you're going to have to get out of the house one day, So you realize that, okay, I have to do this. So let me just have faith that it's going to happen. Okay, but anyway, this tip is really just getting into learning from people that have done it. So the greats, or even your family members that are, positive influences in your life, that you've seen them reach new heights or overcome things. That is all great, and that all helps us grow. I literally have used almost every person I know, whether they're doing good in life or they're doing bad, to make an example of what I should do. And that's why we have each other, and that's why, sharing experiences with each other helps one another, because someone may be dealing with something that you're dealing with, and for you to share your story and your experience may help them. So that's why I'm here right now sharing mine with you. But I mean, the greats have wrote books after books and have, seminar. They have so many different tools and knowledge for us to gain. So just do the research, Learn about people that you admire and see how they've overcome fear. Okay, so that was tip number 5. Moving on to tip number 6 is to build self-confidence and self-worth. Okay, that is super important because that is where you're actually going to be able to plunge forward. Okay, and so in the previous steps, we've done this by already building up a game plan and executing on those other things like eating healthy and visualizing positive affirmations, exercising, stuff like that. Really just feeding yourself, feeding your mind, learning from other people, feeding your subconscious, feeding your soul, and then feeding your actual body healthy things. So that's where that confidence comes from, because you have started that process, you know? And so the biggest thing about it though is tracking your small wins. You do not have to be Oprah to say that you have now overcome fear. No. You can be the person you are, just like I can be Portia, right here, right now, and be grateful and be happy and feel accomplished in myself for deciding to do something towards my fear. Like sitting here in front of the camera right now, even though I know I have messed up along the way a few times and things didn't go as expected, I'm still going to congratulate myself and pat myself on the back because I did it. You know? That's half the battle sometimes, is literally just doing it. Like, we can learn all day, but if we don't do, then what's the point? So track those small wins. Give yourself a pat on the back when you've done something that you know is helping you become the person that you want to be. Okay? Don't feel like you have to be Superman to feel like you've accomplished something and now you are free to be confident in yourself. Be confident right here, right now, because even if you haven't even tackled that fear that's on your mind right now, you've tackled a fear. You woke up this morning. Congratulations. No, seriously, that's a blessing. Literally, some people didn't get to have that chance, to have that opportunity. So you're winning already. Be confident in knowing that you can win some more, and some more, and some more. And that fear that keeps thinking that it's defeating you, you can win against that too. Okay? So I just want you all to realize, like, building that self-confidence and that self-worth inside of ourselves is really what's going to help us get on the other side of fear. Okay? It really, really, really is. Sorry. So yeah, I just realized how many times you've overcome fear. Just know that you've done it over and over again. And because you have done it over and over again in the past, you can do it over and over again now with the fear or with whatever circumstance in your life that you need to overcome right now, okay? Value the hard work you've put in up until this point. Value the fact that you've sat here this long to even listen to find out ways to overcome fear. You are winning. Okay? Let's get it. Let's keep going, okay? Don't be hard on yourself. You got this. Okay? You got this. Let's go. So on to tip number 7, and this is my last tip unless you stay to the end. But tip number 7 is express gratitude. I know y'all know, if you watched my very first video, I'm all about gratitude. Gratitude was the number 1 tip for how to raise your vibration. Have gratitude, express gratitude. Just be happy. Like today, I was happy about me overcoming fear because I knew I was going to do this YouTube video. And I was already happy and proud of myself that I did it and I overcame fear to do it. Like, I was so happy. I was psyched. I was like, oh my God, P, you're going to do it. Today's the day. You're going to do it. You got this. Yeet. Let's go. Like, and I was just like hyped, and I was already so excited, and I was already thanking my spirit team and just being grateful and thanking God and the universe. Just, I already know you all got my back today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Saying it in advance, being grateful in advance will bring more things into your life that you want, that you desire. So be grateful that you're about to overcome this fear. Like, get hype. Like, oh my God, it's about to go down. Like, I'm literally about to overcome this overcome this fear. And it's going to be so hype because now I can be the best version of myself. I can be the person that I feel like I should be. And I'm sorry if you heard that laughing in the back. But now I'm the person I should be. I know I'm about to be this person and I'm like psyched about it. Like, I'm so hyped. Like, if you really, really knew you're about to be that person that you want to be, you would be jumping for joy right now. If you became her, like, or him right now, you would literally do it. So already act as if it's already done. Not even act, be. And if it takes acting at first for you to be, then do what works for you. But at the end of the day, express gratitude. I don't know if you all got your gratitude journals after my first video, but if you haven't, this is a good time to go ahead and grab a gratitude journal. Any kind of journal you want to write in, and just once a day, whether that's in the morning, but when you wake up, or at night before you go to bed, or whenever you find time convenient, write down things that you're grateful for. Just build that momentum of positive energy within yourself so that you can continue to achieve things and continue to rise above things that are trying to hold you down, such as fear. Okay? Be grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you stayed this long. I really am, because I know I've been chatting and like going off all over the place. So thank you for being patient with me. I'm learning, okay? I really am, and I'm just so excited for the future me that's gonna be super confident when I get on camera and not be afraid of, you know, criticism that can come, because I'm gonna get criticized and that's okay, but it's me getting prepared and having the confidence within myself to discern whether those criticisms are actually going to help me grow, or those criticisms are really just tearing me down because the people on the opposite side of that comment or the opposite side of that opinion aren't in a good place themselves. So I have to get prepared for that, and I am, and I'm grateful already. And so because you stayed to the end, you got a extra. I know, extra. Okay. No, seriously, this is probably the best tip. Y'all are gonna be like, let's see, I knew you were gonna say, like, no, this is the tip. So tip number 8, bonus tip, could you stay to the end and you're so great. Tip number 8, stop comparing yourself to other people. Sounds like something your mom would tell you, or, you know, something. But you know it's true. You know it's real. Like, you know. After we get off of here, you might go on the social media, or you might see someone walking in the street that got something that you don't have, or whatever the case may be. Don't do it. Don't you start having a pity party, and don't you start being like, oh, well, why do they have this? Don't do it. Don't do it. Trust me, I've been there. Like, probably yesterday sometime. I don't know. You know, we all do it, and sometimes it's not conscious. Sometimes it really is subconscious. We really just, I think all the time, I'm not jealous of people. I don't care that she has that. Not, like, I'm grateful for people. I'm happy that people are experiencing good things, and I really genuinely am. But there are times where I'm like, well, dang, why can't I get a car like that? Or dang, like, why, you know, does she have so much confidence and I don't? And, you know, we get into that. We're human. But what you have to realize is you can do it too. What they have, what they're doing, you can do it too. But you have to do it in your way. You have to be authentic to who you are. If you're too busy comparing yourself to them and their journey and what they're doing, there's no way that you're being authentic to who you are, because you're not them. You don't have the same story as them. You don't have the same journey as them. Okay? And plus, you don't even know if their life is as great as they're making it seem. You know? Just because people have a lot of money or, you know, have a lot of friends does not mean that they are in the best situation. You know? They could be depressed. They could just have found out that their grandma has cancer. Like, and I don't wish that on anybody ever. I'm just saying, you don't know what people are going through, so don't sit there and waste your time comparing yourself. Just, if you're going to compare yourself to anybody, compare yourself to that girl or guy you were yesterday and see if you are doing better today. That's all. And as long as you're doing that, you are on the right track. You are on the track to success because you are trying to be better than the person you were yesterday. But if you're trying to be better than her, him, it's not going to happen. Because you can't be better than them. You have to be better than you. We all have to be our best version so that we don't even stoop to those type of, stoop to that kind of thinking of like jealousy and envy and, they're better than me or I'm better than them. Like, we're all great people. We just have to go within and bring out that greatness. Okay? So I really hope this video helped someone today. I'm so sorry for talking so much and just having so much excitement where I'm getting all jumbled up and stuff, but I'm really grateful, and I just hope that this video really does help someone, because I genuinely really do want to help and heal any and everyone that comes and touches my channel or watches any videos that I post. Like, I genuinely want to help you. And so if any of these tips have helped you, if you're going to use any of these tips, just please comment below. Let me know. I will comment back. I promise. Okay? I really, really do. And so I love you guys infinity. And that is loving the light within me, is loving the light within you, because we are one. Infinity. Okay? Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. I cannot wait to see you all again. Mwah. Bye, guys.